Some of those leaving Bristol Motor Speedway a week off. Happy St. Patrick's Day tomorrow on that Easter weekend, and then we get rolling in a couple of weeks. Martinsville, 1:30 Eastern, the pre-race show. Also the truck race on Fox Saturday from Martinsville. After Martinsville, it's off to Texas, where Jeff Burton won last year, had great success. And then in Phoenix, a couple of 1:30 starts after the weekend off, and then a night race, 8 o'clock Eastern in Phoenix.
Well, that's going to be great schedule as far as I'm concerned. Can't wait to go to Martinsville again. We saw a great battle last year with teammates Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson really going at it hot and heavy. So I think nothing's going to change. We're just going to roll right on into there and pick up right where we left off here today.
Yeah, tracks Jeff Burton has done well at, just like today. Richard Childress finishing 1, 2, 3, and the owner of those race teams standing by with our Dick Berger. Dick?
And Richard Childress did some racing here at Bristol and came as close to winning one of these things as finishing third. Would it have been a bigger deal to you to have won as a driver, or is today's 1, 2, 3 the bigger deal?
Dick, I tell you, today was great. You know, it's just, I'm happy for everybody at RCR and all of our sponsors and all of our fans. You know, this is for them. You know, it's just a special day to have a Cars run 1, 2, 3, and Jeff and AT&T, you know, winning the race.
It takes so much here in big league racing to be able to win one of these things or even finish in the top 5. How did you manage to get 3 teams, 1, 2, 3?
Again, it's just hard work, great race drivers, pit crew, Matt Clark, Ray Wright, all of the new guys that's been working our pit crews have done a fantastic job, and man, I couldn't be prouder of all of them. This here too. Okay.
Yeah, Clint Boyer just came in to congratulate Richard. Let's go to Matt Yoakum.
Stellar run by Clint Boyer in the 07. What a crazy finish to Bristol.
Man, I tell you, Monday's going to be exciting at Harvick's house with Stewart. I think the back waxing or whatever they got going on. I might go over there to check it out. Might bring some boxing gloves for him. No, it was a fun day. We led it early, kind of lost it in the pits, but it wasn't our fault. Jack Daniels Chevrolet was good. Really proud of Gil and all the guys. What a good weekend. You know, won last night and third today. Pretty good.
When you sum up today, you look back to yesterday, the old car in the Nationwide Series, today, the car tomorrow. How different was the race for you behind the wheel?
It's a lot different. I mean, the cars handle a lot different. And, you know, the biggest thing was the temperature. You know, the cloud cover coming in and out, the track really changed up. We got really tight there in the sun and was pretty good in the cloud cover early. But it was a good day.
Clint Boyer, third here in Thunder Valley.
Thank you very much, Matt. And performances today, along with Jeff Burton's victory, 24-year-old Eric Almirola, who just a couple of days ago celebrated his birthday in for Mark Martin in the 8 car in DEI, his best career finish. Steve Burns is with Eric.
Well, Eric, you talked before the race about how itchy you were to get in the race car. You had a great day today. How does it feel after this debut in 2008?
Feels awesome to go out here and knock the cobwebs off and run 8th. Makes my job easy when the car runs as good as it did. Really proud of Tony Gibson and all these guys on this U.S. Army team. They rallied behind me all day. At some points we weren't that good, and other points we were really good. So we just fought it all day, and we had a really good car there at the end. I wish we could have somehow figured out a way to get track position because we were pretty good. I think we could have run top 5. I don't know if we were good enough to win, but we were good enough to run top 5, and these guys deserve this kind of run. They build awesome race cars. Everybody at DEI has been working really hard, burning the midnight oil to build good race cars, and they have.
Eric, you talked about knocking the cobwebs off, but did you anticipate having this good of a run?
I didn't originally, and then yesterday morning we fired off for practice, and we were really good. Man, they made a lot of changes Friday night from the practice Friday, and as soon as we hit the racetrack Saturday morning, I knew we were going to be really good. It was really easy to drive. I didn't have to hustle it, and it was still really fast. So it just makes it a lot of fun to drive.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
What a big day for Greg Biffle. Unofficially second in points, 30 markers out of the lead. What a turnaround for you and this team.
It really has been. You know, we've been running great all season, and you know, it's a big credit to all the guys at the shop, all the guys that work on this 16 team, and everybody's just worked so hard. And we've had great races, you know, great pit stops. The guys struggled the first couple of races, but man, they're really laying the heat down now. Pit crew and the engines are running good. Just couldn't be any happier right now. We would like to win, but you know, great call by Greg there to take 2 at the end. You know, maybe 4. We could have got up there and wrestled with those guys, but still another top 5 run.
Can you really never stress the importance of chemistry? 9 of the 14 guys that primarily work on this car were not with this team last year, and how things, chemistry-wise, it's like flipping a switch.
Well, we got Bobby McKeith back, and he was on our team when we ran second points in 05, and he's been a big help, coming back and giving Will a little bit of help, the car chief. So, and Greg's got a year under his belt, understands the Roush Fenway system a little better. Robbie Reiser's been a big help. Chip, everybody has given us a lot of support, and that's a team effort, and that's why we're here.
Impressive fourth-place run by Greg Biffle.
And 30 points out of first place. Kyle Busch still your points leader. Jeff Burton the winner here. His crew chief, Scott Miller, 2 years ago, won with Kevin Harvick at this track, and he's standing by. Let's check in with the crew chief.
And this is his 5th career win as a crew chief. Tell us about the adjustments that you made on that final stop and the job your driver did once he had him under him.
Well, I mean, the first thing you gotta have to get the job done like we did as a driver that can do it, and I'm just so proud of Jeff Burton. Gives us 100% every week. The last call was fairly easy for us because we weren't going to win the race from where we were, so it was just trying to make something happen, and it worked out good for us. And proud of all my RCR teammates too. 1, 2, 3 is a big deal.
Well, you were certainly watching when that incident happened in front of your car, and the move that Jeff Burton made. Tell us about it.
Well, I mean, the way he's weaved through wrecks since I've been working for him is miraculous. I mean, he just seems to have a sixth sense for where to be and where to stay out of trouble, and I'm just glad to have him behind the wheel.
He might well have won the race last year as well had he been willing to use the front bumper on Kyle Busch. How about that?
Well, maybe this is a little bit of payback for that. I mean, that's just, as he said back then in all the interviews, that's just not who he is, racing that way. And maybe this fortune that we had today was payback for not doing that last time.
This team is full of nice guys. The crew chief, the driver, or two of them, Chris.
All right, Dick Bergman, we can add you to the list. But Scott Miller making Bardstown, Kentucky proud. And what a jump from 12th to 4th in the Sprint Cup points in the last 4 races for Jeff Burton, who is currently 4th. These are the standings after 5 races. You see Harvick, who came in 3rd stage there. Junior hanging in there. Clint Boyer, Kurt Busch currently 10th, Truex 12th.
And one thing I want to point out right now, Eric Almirola, that young man finishing 8th today. They were 18th coming here with Mark Martin driving. Because of the finish today, they've now moved up to 16th. So good job by that young man.
As we look at the rest of the points, Kyle Busch, who had a chance to win this race, finishing a couple of laps down, officially 17th in the race, but maintaining that top spot. We will continue live from Bristol Motor Speedway, where AT&T dialed up a victory for Jeff Burton today.
Off the right front, it's rolled over. Side, by the group. I'm loose so far up, I don't need to lose any forward bites. Top there, Mike, hold them all up. Right there in front of you, same mode, same mode. Whatever you doing, just keep doing it. You'll make the fastest thing out there. Watch the 5, watch the 5.